Hey guys, Ben here solo, just doing a update for everyone, letting you know where we're at with my surgeries and recovery, and just kind of what's been happening the last couple weeks. It's been a lot. So obviously I'm done with my neck. I believe that was about 6-7 weeks ago. Fully recovered. Everything's going really well. The pain I was experiencing before is now gone. Now I just have to work on my muscles because they're getting tight. So it's a matter of kind of relaxing them a little bit. So hopefully that'll be an easy process. Right now my spine, my neck is straight up and down. There's no curve to it. So obviously they want that back. And in order to do that, I have to loosen up the muscles. So it's a lot of stretching, a lot of moving, but it's good that I don't experience the pain that I was having. Scar healing up very nicely, so very happy with where that's at. So yeah, that's my neck portion, and as many of you know, the plan was to go straight from my neck to my back. So we're still in the process of my back portion. It's taken a lot longer than we had hoped. But the good news is about 2 weeks ago, it was approved through the insurance. So my back portion has been scheduled. It's on the 8th, so this next Tuesday. Unfortunately, some stuff has come up this week that we need prayer for, and we need people believing for us, which I know you guys have already been doing. So just to give you an update, Monday I saw my primary care, and he had told me that my blood pressure was still in 180s, that medication was not helping. So he added another medication for me, and he wants me to try it for 30 days. And I said, well, I have my back surgery scheduled for Tuesday, or for next Tuesday. So what does that mean, or what do I need to do? So he said, well, let them know where you're at, and it's going to be up to them on if they want to do the surgery or not. So I let them know, let my surgeon know. They had already known previously from my neck surgery that my blood pressure was high, and that's how we discovered it. But they hadn't brought it up at all. And so I brought it up, and it completely changed the tone of the conversation that we were having. So it went from going over the surgery, showing me everything, going over recovery, to quickly kind of putting everything at a halt, and completely changing everything. So they wanted me to get, obviously, in my neck surgery, we discovered about sleep apnea as well, because I wasn't breathing, or I was taking minimal breaks in breathing, or I'm not sure exactly how they classify it, but there was times where I wasn't breathing in my surgery, so they told me that I need to have a sleep study done. Got that done. They said I need a CPAP machine, and the hospital, I called them on this as a recommendation from my surgeon, and they said, well, the CPAP machine you have to have before your surgery. Again, something that was known a long time ago, but wasn't brought up until I brought it up. And so we were in a mad rush to get my CPAP machine. Well, luckily I was able to go to Kent and get one yesterday. So I have my CPAP machine now, but the blood pressure, they said, is still an issue. Because I'm in the 180s daily, the second number, so it's 180 over like 120, 125. They want that second number to be below 100 or around 100. And so, after calling them, I told them I had my COVID test today, which is Friday. And then after that, I have just my surgery on Tuesday. Well, they changed it up a little bit, so I still get my COVID test, still have to quarantine at home. But then on Monday, I have to go to the hospital, which is in Federal Way. St. Francis is where the surgery is being performed. And I have to go there, get an EKG done, have them take my blood pressure, do a bunch of tests on my blood, which that's for the transfusion just in case they would need it. And then there's some other things that they want to confirm. But if my blood pressure is high there's a chance they may cancel or postpone the surgery. If my blood pressure is good they're still going to take my blood pressure on Tuesday, the day of the surgery, which is at 6:30 in the morning. And there's a chance that if my blood pressure is high Tuesday morning, they'll cancel the surgery. So everything's still up in the air. We don't know for sure, yes or no, if everything's going to happen. But we're praying and believing, and we're at peace with whatever happens is going to happen, that, God is protecting us somehow, that, if the surgery doesn't happen, then he was protecting us from something that would have happened in the surgery. But obviously we are, just grabbing onto each other and really believing that, God has a plan and a purpose, and obviously it's going to come to pass, and whatever happens, happens. So we just thank you, everybody, for believing with us and praying with us. Obviously right now we're praying that we're going to have the surgery. But, just be praying that obviously what comes to pass, and that God has a plan, and that, we'll be protected either way. But just some background. My plan was to go back to work in February. And if I cannot get the surgery done, then obviously work is postponed even longer until my blood pressure, which could take a couple months to really figure out what's going on with my blood pressure. Because if they don't do the surgery and they say I have to get my blood pressure fixed, then the primary care is going to send me to cardiac or cardiologist, and then potentially look at some organs for a blockage, and then it's just kind of gonna snowball into one thing after the next to figure out what's going on. So just some background information. We love you guys. Thank you for all of your support. Just be praying for us, obviously, for the surgery, whatever the case may be, whatever happens, but then also afterwards, either way, because obviously financially we're going to need to come up with a plan and figure out what our plan is at this point. So we'll update you guys as soon as we can, but again, we won't know. I may not even be able to let people know until the day of my surgery on if everything's going to happen. So I'm sure my wife Tiffany, obviously, she's going to be updating everyone, letting the updates on Tuesday, which is my surgery date. It's supposed to be at 6:30. So if we get through Monday, everything's checked out, good to go, then we go into Tuesday at 6:30. She drops me off for the surgery, and then when the surgery's over, she can come and see me when I wake up. But then once I'm awake, she has to leave, and I'd stay at the hospital for a couple nights. So I'll be praying for her as well for that, because that is going to be something that is going to be tough, not only for her, but for me, for the kids. Not being able to see me. Obviously we can FaceTime, but who knows what the situation is going to look like there. So just be praying for the best. We thank you all for your support, and have a blessed weekend, have fun, and have a Merry Christmas. Obviously my Christmas, if we do have the surgery, I have to stay upstairs for 3 weeks because I can't go up and down the stairs, and our shower's upstairs. So Christmas is going to look a little bit different this year if we have the surgery. So be praying for that as well. We love you guys. Hopefully everybody's having fun, enjoying this frosty weather that we're having. Love you guys. Appreciate all the support, and we'll talk to you soon.